Welcome to Mallet Unchained. We're doing a video book for the Scroll of Fire, and we are reading from Chapter 5, The Pianist of the Führer, the vibration that pierces hell. After my morning with Mom, I was still reeling from the monumental discovery. My grandfather's legacy weighed on me like molten iron, sealed behind my ribs. But as deep as that fire burned, something even heavier pulled at me now. The melody, the battlefield I had not seen until today. My mother's hands had been soldiers. Mom, how did you do it? How did you fight back with your music? She did not answer with words. She answered with sound. She sat at the piano like a priestess before an altar. Her fingers hovered reverent. When they finally touched ivory, the room changed. The note struck was not just sound, it was strike fire. The vibration rippled across dimensions. Something ancient turned towards us. The music was not just sound. Enoch, it was a vibration. That vibration aligned with heaven's throne. It tore through hell's ranks like lightning through dry parchment. The resonance circled the room, not echoing, but returning with response. The air became pressurized, like the walls were preparing to speak. Can you feel it? Her fingers moved again. The keys were no longer mechanical. They were responsive, flame sensitive. Each press was a decree, each lift a breath held by eternity. I felt them, Enoch, the angels. They were behind me, sometimes over me. Their wings shadowed the piano, not to obscure it, but to protect it. Every note I played was a summons. Heaven heard, and heaven came. The melody pulled against my chest, not emotionally, spiritually. My ribs vibrated as if tuning to something older than my birth. Flame stirred inside me. Something dormant recognized the music. They fought as I played. I could feel the tremors in my spine. I was not composing. I was obeying. The angels shaped the structure. I pressed the keys, but their swords pressed back. Every chorus was an onslaught. Every pause was a shield lifted. Angels. You were saying they used your music to battle? She nodded, eyes distant, haunted, but unwavering. Yes, Hitler was never alone. He was a fortress wrapped in demons. They whispered doctrine into his sleep, but when I played, they retreated. Heaven repositioned. The unseen orchestra. Her hand touched the keys again, and I felt the floor beneath us agreeing. The house acknowledged what was coming. I was not just playing for him, I was playing with the scroll lines, for the unborn, for the thousands in camps, for the flame-born not yet awakened. They hissed at me, the demons. They could not stop the notes, but they tried to pollute them, corrupt the frequencies. But heaven fought. Heaven fought like it always does, through what is offered willingly. My music was sanctuary, but also a sword. The shadows shifted. Light thinned. The ceiling creaked, not from weight, but from attention. I saw flickers in the periphery, cloaked beings unable to step forward. Their jurisdiction had been revoked by flame. They tried to drown me out. Their howls distorted the acoustics, but the angels adjusted the harmonics. They moved through vibration like archers among reeds. The piano pulsed brighter, not visibly, but dimensionally. The melody twisted suddenly, faster, harder, more deliberate. Her posture changed, her eyes lit from within. I saw them then, the angels fully manifested. Their swords did not swing, they sang. Their wings carved space. Each clash was echoed in the notes. We were in sync. I was in the war. The battle of sound. She looked at me, not as her child, but as a fellow combatant. There was a moment, Enoch, a night. Hitler summoned a Jewish physicist, thin, fading, wrapped in brilliance. The man trembled with something more than fear. He was carrying knowledge that could fracture Earth. She played slower now, each note like a footstep down a long hallway. Hitler asked him about the atom. The scientist confirmed it, said it would be harnessed, weaponized. They could make a firestorm that devoured cities. The air chilled. The vault recorded this moment before she even said it. It knew it was a convergence point. I played. Her fingers blurred. The melody clashed with its own previous refrain. Then resolve returned. Dissonance layered over order. They watched, the demons waiting for me to miss a note, to tremble. I did not. The angels braced behind me, and when the music peaked, he collapsed. His soul unhooked. He never handed over the flame. She stopped, let the silence sit like judgment. They screamed, Enoch, the demons, but they were outmatched. The piano at Dunkirk. She played again, but this time it was not melody. It was a petition. The war shifted. They planned the Sea Lion invasion. I heard the date, the routes, the timing. I heard it all. I had one chance. The chords were low, subterranean, like they were crawling beneath the floorboards into the halls of power. I played like the sky would fall if I did not. I saw it in my mind as she spoke, the meetings, the maps, the cigarettes, the oath, and her playing quietly, beautifully, prophetically. I saw the cherubim descend, not floating, marching, with fire in their throats, with music in their movements. They harmonized with me. Enoch, we wrote a new verdict. She paused, and next sequence was different. It climbed, and then came the storm. She whispered it. A supernatural front. The Luftwaffe grounded. The invasion delayed. Dunkirk became a miracle. I heard it now. Not the music, but what rode inside it. Every note encoded a command. Every command redirected history. It was not the song that saved them. It was obedience through sound. Sound formed by surrendered fingers. The final battle. She let her hands rest, not from exhaustion, from reverence. Through the piano, Enoch, I became flame. God used me to tilt the axis of darkness. My notes were not mine. They were assignments, decrees shaped by obedience. I stared at her, seeing for the first time the battlefield in her eyes, the residual fire, the scrolls that never fully sealed. Mom, your music. It was a vibration, she said softly, the truest language of heaven. Where words cannot go, vibration does. Sound cuts deeper than thought. I understand now. The piano had been a throne, the melody a sword, the silence between notes divine restraint. The angels had not come because of the notes, they came because she never stopped playing. And in rooms where no man heard, heaven had risen and hell had backed away. And that ends the Scroll of Fire, chapter 5.